smiley photo, if they use the photo. But if don't, they use something that represent them. It's a sign too about their interest. For example, a car or a guitar or something that they enjoy that are linked with their identity. But I think it's a fact that we are getting older all the time, and each day we are getting older. When I listen,
Some people are.
The physically, but I think in cognitive aspects, it's an attitude that people could be in better healthy in body and mind when if they want, because activities like creativity activities, it helps to maintain the healthy. So when I listened to the conference before, I said, oh my God, I have a 39 years old, and sometimes I think, oh my God, what will happen? No, what I do of my life? No, it's not a number. It's a situation. It's an attitude. I think that it's important to encourage to enjoy the life and learn a lot of things, because I think this is our mission in this world.
You talked about firstness, secondness, and thirdness, and about habit. And one of my observations of those who are older than me, and that's getting very old, is that for many of these people in Mexico, I was in Colombia, I've been in Costa Rica, and the older people do not have the habit of technology. And so, presented with a keyboard, they panic.
Yeah.
It's firstness, I don't know what that is, and I don't know how
To use it.
to use it. My mother, this is 25 years ago, she was probably 70 at the time, my age right now. And we gave her a cell phone. She did not know how to use the touch phone, and she cried.
Of course.
That firstness of being in front of the unknown, and people urging you to do something, and you just say, I don't know what this is, right? And then you talk about virtual reality. Many of these people have never had any kind of experience with that.
Of course.
I remember also with my mother, the first time I gave her headphones. She had never done it before, and it was amazing.
Because it could be scary, because
Oh.
it's a
Very frightening.
It's the first sensation. I remember when I
there's pressure
learned
being
to
put-
use bicycle, for example.
That's right, but there was pressure put on older people with long tradition of habits. I get up at a certain amount every time in the morning, and I listen to this, and I do this. And then the children, they put pressure on
Yeah.
the parent to,
That's true.
no, be connected,
Yeah.
get on, get with it.
Try to.
And there's great reluctance, okay? Anyway, I just
Yeah.
wanted to make that comment.
It's okay.
Because it's, the fear of the unknown becomes stronger.
It's
right?
totally comprehensive.
It's that bell curve. At 29, you're not afraid of anything, right?
Yeah, of course. We want to try anything.
And then you have a child and you become fearful about everything.
And one more time, call for Kristen. No, Kristen. So we'll do another 5 minutes, and then I'll kick off. How does that sound? Or do you never had a question?
Well, I was just wondering, kind of following up on what he was saying, I'm wondering if you thought about investigating for those that do make that leap of
Yes.
faith, so to speak, and begin to try to learn, if you've done some background, it might be interesting if you haven't, to do some background information about what were the characteristics of their lives that kind of led them to that ability to take the risk, to make that leap, to take on something, learning. I mean, what, it might be interesting to see.
Agriculture is a real barrier.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Someone who's worked all his life on a farm, or a woman who's worked for a farmer, they work with their hands, they're close to nature, and the technological aspects are simply unimportant in many cases. They're afraid of telephones for one thing. You know? And that reluctance, I think, could be reflected in some kind of secondary study on who adapted and who
Yes.
didn't.
We did that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because I think habit is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a habit of learning and always wanting to learn and being willing to learn.
Urban,
you know, that sort of thing.
people tend to accept more change more willingly.
And that's true that
This
other
was in
person.
Puebla.
I live in Puebla,
So
but
right in the
Puebla
city.
City. Puebla City is people who live in an urban context, but it's true that people pressure to use technology. For example, I rejected use WhatsApp for a lot of time. I
still
told my
reject
age
a lot
parent,
of that
but
stuff.
don't tell it anybody.
Okay.
But I don't like it WhatsApp because all the time it sounds and I have a lot of messages and things like that. But people start to use it and they stop to communicate in other ways. For example, almost anybody calls me at the cell phone. At least it's an emergency. No? But the good news is that we as a users and croppers of the devices can put the rules of the use. For example, my students encourage me to use Facebook for learning. We have to work with a digital platform like its name is Blackboard,
Oh, yes,
but
I
they don't like it, so they prefer Facebook. So okay, I can do that, but you don't expect that I answer you after 5 o'clock. You have to wait in weekends because I have a life. So that is the good news, that we can put the rules with our relations.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for the advice. I consider that. Thank you.
Okay, so I have about another 5 minutes until, or actually a little bit more than 5 minutes until we kick off, but I'm gonna kick it off early since Christian didn't come today. He's fine. So what I'm gonna do is, I have some videos that I'm going to go through, so I'm gonna go towards the end. So I'm gonna kind of go quickly through my slides so I can go to the videos, because I think that right now I've done some consulting in Silicon Valley as an anthropologist. My background